What is going on, guys? So as you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail, we do have the carbon fiber seat officially installed in Apollo. Thank the Lord, because this has been a process. Let me tell you all something right there. The seat is a freaking work of art. I must just say that right off the bat. It's beautiful, it's elegant, gets compliments left and right. Can you sit in raw carbon and actually drive around? Negatory. You will slide everywhere and pretty much slide off the seat. Do you look cool while you're doing it? Yes. So we're just gonna go over a couple other things about like the pros and cons, if you should actually do it or not, and like, was it worth it? Weight savings wise, comfortability, what are you gonna be using the car for? We're just gonna touch everything, and let me show you guys how this seat looks in Apollo. So as you can see, this is the TILLET B6 series racing seat. So it has a little more bolster on the sides to hold you in. And you guys can see this is the B6 XL Screamer seat. So sorry, I actually missaid that. It's the B6 XL Screamer, not the XL, whatever I said. But yeah, that is the model of it. Carbon fiber seat. It is super freaking light. So let's start off with the weight of everything. So the bracket, the sliding rails, the side mounts, and the seat itself weighs a total of 20 freaking pounds. Which is pretty insane, because you guys all know the stock ones are close to, I believe, almost 50 pounds. And having both seats in the car, that's 100 pounds. And you guys know usually 100 pounds is a tenth. And adding the 20 pounds from the seat back into the car, you're looking about an 80 pounds weight loss right there, which is, in the drag racing world, is substantially huge. Because you guys know, I've seen people gut these cars from the carpet, literally the carpet from the pedals all the way back to even taking the door panels off, taking everything off. And you know, you guys know my car, I don't like to do that necessarily to that extent, because I still like to throw my other seats back in the car, drive this car to Virginia if I want to the beach, whatever the case may be, and take it racing on the weekends. Throw carbon fiber seat back in, take all the stuff out, get as much weight as I can out of the car, and then throw it back on the drag pack like it is right now and go have some fun with it. So that was like the whole purpose and like kind of style build of this. So I have two different moods: go chill, go cruise around, that's a mood. Go racing, throw it on kill, and throw everything back in the car. So we can start off by saying another point we can touch is, how do I like it driving wise? And I would take you guys for a ride today, but the wind is astronomically loud. Roads are wet and weather is absolute dog water. So we're gonna be in the garage today again, but it's really not that big of a deal, because this seat, comfortability wise, I would give it a 5 out of 10 with not having the pads in it at the moment. It still needs the pads. There's a pad that goes here, and then there's like pads or bolsters that go on the side that I do have to order from the website, straight from TILLET, specifically made for this seat. It's like a foam pad, I believe. It's almost just like the one at the headrest, and I do need that just so I don't scrape this carbon fiber seat up, because it's literally, like I was saying, it is a freaking work of art. And I kind of don't want to cover it up. I love seeing all the raw carbon, but at the same time I need to, because I cannot sit still in the seat when I'm driving. So I'm gonna show you guys how I get in this car. And granted, it having a massive side bolster to hold you in, it's kind of one of those things when you get out, you kind of gotta like move the seat back. And I sit relatively close, so it's not the best. Usually most people sit back, but the seat kind of almost lays you back a little bit. It's not like a true, I want to say like upright, full, like Hans device one kind of racing seat. Like I've been in some that like have you sitting like straight up vertical and your knees are kind of almost jammed right near the wheel. Like I've sat in some cars like that, but this, I don't know, it's kind of laid back. Some things we did have to adjust with this bracket, because I tried to install it myself, would not install at all. It was so far off. I even took it to my shop that did all the work on Apollo, that pretty much fully built my Fox body. They did everything to my Fox body. So these guys know exactly what they're doing. And they said it themselves, this bracket was not milled right. There was something off. They could not install it. They had like 6 hours trying to take it in the car, take it out of the car, make sure it sits right, make sure this, that, X, Y, and Z, every little piece of it, to make sure it was in the car perfectly secured. And God forbid I got in an accident, nothing would happen. It wouldn't move. So they had to modify in a way it's going to perform in the best way possible. Let me give you guys a little bit of a view from eye level. So this is pretty much on the rails too, like I said, all the way back, and slides up decently well. This is probably right where I would be sitting. And it's one of those things where like I keep sliding in the carbon fiber and you just slide up and down. So you're constantly pushing yourself with your feet to go back up, which it's not bad. The looks of the seat kind of like mask all the little problems with it, but I still like it. So right at eye level, this is no joke, right where my eyes are sitting. Someone asked me before they messaged me, they're like, how is that seat? How does it feel when you're driving? It feels like I'm in a freaking Scion FRS, or I'm in like a Miata, or I'm in like a Corvette. Like that's the only way. Like I feel like the seat is on the freaking floor and I'm super low. Like when I tell you this is right at my eye level, this is no joke, right in front of my eyes. So you can see me looking to the left, me kind of looking to the right. When I come up towards cars or like near curbs or anything, I have to, like, no joke, grab the steering wheel, pull myself up so I'm able to see, make sure I don't curb any of the wheels or anything. So the pads are a 1000% must for this seat if you are getting it. Too bad they didn't have forged carbon, because that would have been absolutely sick. Forged carbon seat, full forged carbon interior with the steering wheel, that would have been absolutely badass. But I don't know. I'm really having second thoughts about this seat at the moment. So like you can see, I gotta slide it all the way back. Now, in there you hear a lock, and I can get out perfectly. Kind of gotta open the door all the way, and you see where my leg is versus the beam. It's kind of almost at the same height. Put yourself there, and holding camera is not usually the way you get out, but there, just like that. If you're old, if you're above the age of 40, don't recommend getting that. It is a lot of work, but I don't know. It's definitely worth it in some cases. It's just one of those things you're gonna have to sit in yourself and kind of make the judgment and just feel it out. I definitely wanted to be the one to install the seat in this car. Fortunately, I wasn't able to, but from the things I can tell you right off the bat when you are installing this, I started the video of actually filming me putting the seat in the car and disassembling the other factory premium seat. So some of the other things you might run into when you're doing this should give you guys a little bit of insight, because there really is like no videos on how to install these seats. This kit came with no directions, no nothing. The company actually emailed me because I sent them what happened and sent them the pictures just so they would know, just in case, like, you know, they made a mistake or something happened, whatever the case may be. There's actually Ken from Palm Beach Dyno's video, and he made a comment saying that his didn't seem like it lined up either. It seemed like you had to drill a hole. I believe there's Cletus, McFarland, and I think one other person, but they're all like, they're kind of like cut and dry. It's just like they're like showing the seats out of the packages, unboxing or whatever, showing them. They look super nice, and then all of a sudden it's like, bam, all of a sudden they're in the car. But I'm going to tell you guys, so when you are disconnecting the premium seatbelt part, there is a clamp, and you're going to have to splice, or not splice it, I should say. You're going to have to, I forget the name of the electronic piece, or like the little pieces, like I'm not a master freaking electrician, but it's literally just like a U-connect, I guess they want to call it. It's an electronical piece or something that you plug into it, and it just pretty much flows the current back. Drop a comment, please let me know what that is. Someone told me and I literally can't remember, but you guys know what I'm saying. It just so it doesn't throw the seatbelt code when you're driving, so you pretty much have to put that piece in to the other seatbelt, and you use your factory seatbelt. It mounts up everything fine. I'm going to show you guys that over here on the side. You guys can see it mounts right down there to the bracket, and it does have a little thing where it bolts on. And the funny thing is, it didn't even come with a bolt to bolt it on, so I had to find my own bolt to actually mount that up to the side bracket, which is kind of crazy in my opinion for all this money you spend. And then you can see the wire. See the wire through the seat? This is for the seatbelt. And see how it's kind of tied into the harness right there? That's what I was talking about. And it's kind of pushed out to the side so it really doesn't get messed up or kinked up. But yeah, like I was saying, there really was 0 videos on how to install this, because I'm sure everyone ran into the same exact problem that I did, unfortunately. So if you want to buy this carbon fiber seat, I would buy it if you're consistently like leaving it in the car and your car is going to become a full-blown race car. I'm just going to say it right there. But if you have the money and you just want to do kind of the same route that I'm doing, you race your car from time to time. I'm going to be taking this to half miles again, drag racing events, and I want everything I can get out of Apollo. So this is the route I kind of went, because when we go back on tour, me and Derek go on our big trips again, I want to throw all my other wheels, my Rohanas back on, put the drag pack in Apollo, like we have that rack made for, if you guys haven't seen that. This rack back here is actually designed to hold my drag pack with the straps and everything back there, which is actually super sick. Love that. And yeah, I want to be able to put my premium seats back in the car, get it back to running and drive, or not, I would say running, get it back to driving perfectly smooth, with the Rohanas on it, not with the full drag pack, and be able to go from state to state and all the way down the East Coast or all the way down south, whichever way we want to go. And that's why I kind of was like, go this route. So when I want to go on full kill, I guess you could say, and go to an event and race the car and get everything I can out of it for being all motor. And I don't know if I showed you guys. You guys haven't seen my intake manifold. I haven't really mentioned it much, but I actually got it paint matched, which actually looks super freaking sick for the Cobra Jet. Yeah, so all of it's paint matched white. And I kind of want to, I don't know how to do this, so someone please drop a comment on how I do this. I want to do like the Ford blue, like red and everything, racing red, and maybe do some stripes on these parts, like the thicker, like kind of uprisen edges on the intake manifold. Drop a comment on what I should use to do that, or if I should take it to like someone like a painter or a specialist that can make it look super sick. I don't know, I just love custom shit on a car, especially my cars. One things, and something that you never see on a certain car, like a Mustang, for example. I have never ever seen a carbon fiber seat in a Mustang like this. So when you go out places, Cars and Coffee, for example, people are absolutely going to go crazy and love it, because this is things you do not see. And I kind of like to have that one-of-one kind of feel when you have a Mustang, because I feel like they're so common and everyone does like the same thing over and over and over again on every single model year. So got to change it up a little bit, and this is the setup we are rocking at the moment. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap for today's video. If you had any concerns, questions, anything you want to know about the carbon fiber seat, like I said again, it is a TILLET carbon fiber seat. Any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram, TyEinstein410, same as YouTube. And I will be attending a car show this weekend. So this is just not any normal car show. This car show is for kids that are sick, that have illnesses. And I thought I'd just put this out there because one of my good friends is actually hosting this car show. He put it all together for the kids. So if you guys want to come, show some support to the kids that are sick. The car show is April 23rd, this upcoming Saturday. It is from 12 to 4 p.m. It is at Ripken Stadium. It's 873 Long Drive, Aberdeen, Maryland. All cars are welcome. I believe it's a $20 entry for you to get in. And like I said, all the money that is raised goes to the kids that are sick, that have cancer, and whatever the case may be. So it's for a good cause. Come out, have a good time. Parking lot is absolutely huge. So I know the weather's supposed to be good this weekend. And Derek is coming up. He has a new car for us. You guys are going to see that next to Apollo, and we might talk about the next tour and stuff. So if you guys want to come out, show some support, I really appreciate that, and I'm sure all the kids will too. Until next video, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.